Bees, 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 the musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel. Let's have beans for every meal. Hello. Good afternoon. How's everyone doing? Hang the Pope? Why? I want to hang anybody, man. I'm not a hangman. Yippity skippity. Hello, hello, hello. Started watching Sopranos because of you, Paul. It's actually good, thanks. Hey, I told you so. I wouldn't steer you guys wrong, man. I wouldn't point you at some shit. Some people came up and put signs of aborted fetuses at my university. Cool. Sounds like your university is well decorated now. Hello. Hello. Good morrow. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Sopranos is too boring. Oh man, dude, look who it is, dude. Who would have thought that the Tommy Sotomayor troll would be fucking incapable of sitting down and watching a smart show? Who would have thought that the guy whose life is literally dedicated to making troll accounts about Tommy Sotomayor wouldn't enjoy a smart show? Who would have thought, man? Who would have thought? Who could have thought? Certainly not me. Certainly not me. I kind of imagine that guy's got a real full life, you know, got a lot of stuff to do. Paul, would you cover Magic the Gathering on DFF? Probably not. I don't really know what angle we'd cover it from. It's a very niche interest. It's not, it doesn't really have national prominence. I mean, I guess we could cover trading card games in general, and of course, as a phenomenon, you know what I mean? And that would include Magic, but Magic itself as a theme for a show, I don't know. I'd get someone who likes it to come on, maybe teach you guys. I mean, I like it. I played it for years and years and years. I was into it for a very long time. And that's one of the reasons why I don't think it would make a good topic for the show, because I don't know, it's a game that if you don't understand how it's played, it's hard to talk about the game. But trading cards and trading card games would be kind of a fun possibility, I think. Some crazy stuff has gone on. People fighting over rare cards and stuff. Dinor, you wanted to come out here. You know they're working on the apartment above. Now you're wimping? I don't need any whimpering from you, okay? Come on. Come out here. Oh, great. You fucking... God damn it. God damn it. What's that? That was my drink that I had out here to fucking keep me hydrated while I sit in the swampy, sweaty bullshit. But now Dinor has apparently gone blind. He's scared because people upstairs are working. You know what I mean? And so he's cowering. Let me see if I can show you guys that too. Dinor is currently cowering back here behind me. And when I told him to come out, he walked right into my cup, which was sitting right there, and just spilled it. Fuck my life, man. All right, well, I'm gonna go refill my drink. Get in there. Oh, all right. We've got another drink. I think this will work out okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That'll do. And there's no dog out here this time to fucking knock it over, so that should last me the rest of this. Just so you guys know, I think I'm going to do these in black and white exclusively from here on out. I have found it increasingly disturbing to stare into my own face while I do these. And I find myself, instead of thinking about what's being talked about, I think about how fucking stupid I look. And I think I look way better in black and white. And so it's easier for me to pay less attention to the disgusting giant Irish head in front of you and more to the questions and commentary that happen. How to make it as a songwriter? Why are you asking me? Don't be asking me that question. I ain't no songwriter. You ever gonna read stories again? Read stories. Yeah, I've been thinking about reading Dune to you guys as part of this. Just doing like maybe an episode a week where we read a chapter of Dune until we're done. I've actually considered doing that. I found a PDF copy of Dune that I could read from pretty easily. So I think that would be fun. Let's read a book together. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, this is Highdeology for me is a testing ground. It is by will alone that I set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of the safu that the thoughts acquire speed, the lips acquire stains, the stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion. It's the prayer of the mentat. Will you be my daddy and tuck me in and read me a story? No. Never mind. I'm canceling that whole idea just because of that comment. It's over. So what are we talking about today? Well, that's really up to you guys. Always has been. I come before you as a blank slate, a tabula rasa here, ready to be filled with your tism. Let's go. Give me the tism injection. It's kind of mean when you gave that dude a tongue lashing just for asking if you were okay. I mean, I guess it was, yeah, but you have to look at it from the context of where I'm sitting. If I start a show, right, any kind of show, there's going to be at least 5 people asking that same question over and over and over again. You okay? You okay, Paul? You doing okay? You looking okay, Paul? You feeling okay, buddy? And it's just like, man, out of here. Extended an arm of compassion. I doubt that there was any genuine compassion behind that comment, but if there was, it was a stupid comment nonetheless. He deserved to have his arm ripped off, just like Georgie reaching down into the sewer. It's a lesson to him. See a guy that looks like me, you might not want to walk up and say, hey, dude, you doing okay? You might not want to. You might not like what you hear. Do you see demons when you sleep? Nah, not really. Not really. This is an interesting concoction that I've made. I'm not sure I'm digging it. I'm gonna get to take a look at the D&D footage today. Really, the big concern that I have for the footage is the audio. So hopefully we've got a usable audio track where you can hear most of what's going on. You look like the wrestler that does the yes chant. I can't remember his name. I don't watch wrestling, so you're asking the wrong dude there. You should have concocted water and frozen water, perhaps. Well, that's basically what this is water and frozen water with some flavoring in it. It was like a little Mio sugar-free things. But I ran out of one flavor, which was strawberry pineapple or some shit, right? And there was definitely not enough to make a full glass like this. So I had some powdered like Crystal Light. It's the same shit basically. Paul, can you give a shout out to my friend's fiance who's in the hospital? Her name is Haley, his name is Nick, and they love you. Of course, dude. Haley and Nick in the hospital right now. You may think you have it bad, but you've got it great. All right, the hospital's the greatest place to be. And you ask, well, why is that? Think about it. Any of us could die at any moment. Our hearts could just stop. We don't know. We don't know. But because you're in the hospital, you're in the best place to get saved. If your heart just stops, you're saved. Somebody's gonna come running in and start it again, you know? It's not like you're sitting on your toilet and your heart stops and you just slump over and hope somebody finds you in time, you know what I mean? So, you know, have fun in the hospital. Congratulations on being the most protected people in the world. Have you heard about the upcoming PS4 game Dreams? No, I have not. I wish my heart would stop. Oh, dude, careful what you wish for. I'd prefer to be in a hospital than be in my study, Carol grading, first year exegesis. What the I don't know. I don't know. I'm assuming you're not studying English. Where's your yarmulke? That's not how you spell yarmulke, dude. Yarmulke is not a Japanese word. That sounds like a Japanese last name that you typed there, man. Hirohito Yamaka. Dude. You're gonna make a yarmulke joke, at least fucking learn how to spell it, you know? Let's wrestle. Dude, you wouldn't last fucking 5 seconds with me. I'd climb you like a tree. Suffocate you under 100 pounds of blubber. Yeah, dude, Yamaka, dude. Everybody's favorite anime character. Yamaka-chan. Do you like beef jerky? Yes. Thoughts on the look of the Joaquin Joker? I'm glad that it looks different. I'm glad that they're not just trying to... I mean, like, look. There have been some really iconic performances of the Joker. Two at the very least. Three if you count Mark Hamill's vocal and cartoon performance, which I do. They share some similarities and some differences, but I think that if you're gonna do a Joker movie, that picking a different look for him, maybe a more traditional clowny look for him, giving him a different backstory, allows you to inject a little more interest into the story, I think. Hey, baby. How is you? Did you see the Dinor?
Oh, Dinor did that.
People the dudes upstairs are like redoing that apartment.
Oh, that's what's happening?
Yeah, it's like being cleaned and renovated. And they made some noise while he was out here, and he just got fucking spooked and hid behind me. And I went like this to call him out. I was like, come on. And he just walked right into it. Like an idiot. So he's all spooked right now.
They're doing a lot of... It's loud.
Yeah.
I have a video of, like, when they were banging on the walls the other day, and it just felt like they were, like, right next to me.
Yeah.
They were right above.
Yeah, they're doing, like, I think they're just redoing that whole apartment thing up there.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna head out to work.
All right, baby. Have a good day.
I love you.
I love you. Give me a kiss. Have a good day at work.
I will try.
Make lots of coffee.
Have a good day, too.
Okay.
Hey, Dinor. I don't think he wants you out here.
No. All dog owners seem constantly ignored by their dogs. You mean annoyed? If that's what you meant, then yes. It is part of a dog's job to annoy you out of complacency. See, that's why we get dogs. We think we get dogs for companionship, but we really get dogs because we live at a time where genuine problems in our life, as much as we feel like we might be inundated with them, are actually few and far between. So we need drama and upset in our lives to feel that we have something to come home and combat against, that we have something to rise above, and dogs provide that for us. They are a source of constant annoyance and constant need for your attention. I have a dog to keep me incentivized. That's a good thing. So you feel like you've got somebody other than yourself to answer to. Somebody other than yourself that depends on you. So it keeps you like, okay, well, I'll go to this job then because I got to make enough money because I don't want little fucking Toto here to starve. I guess that makes sense. I could see that. That's a foregone conclusion with me, though. When I get a little dog, you know, the responsibility quotient is 100%. I feel like anything that happens that's bad to him is my fault. You know, because I fell down on the job somewhere. So, you know, that's just part of having a dog. But for me, it's mostly about the annoyance. Does Chelsea groom Dinor? She does indeed. She does a great job. She, like, as long as she's grooming and we all live close by, I will never let another person touch Dinor. Like, he's such a high-strung little dude, and she's just really good with him. So he loves her, he knows her, he trusts her, so it's easier for him to be groomed by her. But she does a great job with him. She makes him look like a handsome little gentleman. So basically, we get dogs for the same real reason we have kids, to have something to get pissed at. Makes sense in an Al Bundy sort of way. It's absolutely true. I mean, dogs are a facsimile for children in a lot of households. Of course, there are a lot of households out there that have both children and dogs. That I'll never understand. People have kids for other reasons. I mean, I would argue that those reasons are probably ignorant, as most of us are, of the subconscious reasoning. People will say, I had a kid because I wanted to have the joy of raising a life. Or I had a kid because I wanted to have this perfect expression of love between me and my partner. And what pure, more human expression of love can there be for two people to come together and combine themselves genetically and create a third life? They'll say stuff like that, you know. But really, I think if they were honest about it, there would be a lot of selfishness at the core of having a child. And I think if they were even more honest about it, there's just a lot of need for the types of things that I was talking about earlier. Then a need for some kind of, a need to be needed. Does that make sense? A need to feel needed. The joy of raising a life incompetently into a shitty, miserable world. Yeah. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Rapture, rapture, rapture. Basically the boredom episode then. Oh man, dude, I'm sorry to hear that you don't like what I put out. Let me make sure that you never come back again. I think it's selfish to have a child for emotional reasons if you can't raise it. Well, you better tell that to every parent on the planet, because every parent has children for selfish emotional reasons. Oh, he's banned. But now he's free to watch something that doesn't drive him nuts and that he doesn't feel the need to complain about 3 or 4 days afterwards. I've actually freed him from his obligations watching something that he doesn't like. He can now go elsewhere and find something that fits his standards of entertainment. He's free. I've given him a great gift today. Success! I know. One of the greatest things about doing these is that I get to help so many people find things to watch that aren't boring. I feel like I touch the lives of so many people who are bored or upset with what they're watching. I feel like I introduce them to the fact that this is the internet and there are literally an infinite amount of things that you could be watching right now on every conceivable subject under the sun, and even some inconceivable subjects. It's all out there. And one of my great joys as a content creator is helping people out of my content and into the content that they're looking for. I'm always happy to take somebody who's pissed off or unhappy with what I'm creating and introduce them to the wide world of the internet. Basically a life coach, yes, exactly. I got banned before and I came back well behaved. I learned from my disciplinary action. You see? We're creating better internet denizens here every day. Every day. People say, what's the point of these, Paul Zigo? Huh? What's the point of you turning on your fucking camera and just yakking at it and screaming into the void? Well, I'll tell you what, we're building better citizens day by day, brick by brick, tism sufferer by tism sufferer. We're making men out of boys. People get shocked that I think people should have to have a license to have children. I don't want to talk about child licensing again. That was the whole last, show we did. The last time I was out here, I think it was yesterday, was like an hour-long rant about how kids are stupid and how people that have them are stupid and how people that have them should be second-class citizens. And I still agree with all of that, but I just don't want to run it again. The stream is a dictatorship and Paul is Dick. Yeah, that's true. That's very, very true. Sing a song? Okay. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you. I don't know the words to that one. Maybe I should have picked a song that I know more than one verse to, huh? But there you go, I sang a song. Give us a tarot card reading. I don't know where my cards are at. Gotta find my tarot cards. Do you ever ban people in real life? Unfortunately, the IRL ban button has not been invented yet, but if it was, I would be banning people every fucking day. Please help me, relationship prob. I'm stressing and don't know if I've made a mistake by dating this girl I can't trust. 3 months prior, dated a girl, lasted 8 months, and she flipped on me. Man, you just sat down on the couch, bro. That's a mouthful. I don't know what to tell you. Don't trust bitches. I don't know. What do you want? What do you want to hear from me? Who would you IRL ban if you were afforded that power? Pretty much everybody that I see in public. Like when I walk into a place and it's busy, I'd just ban a few people out. You chill with trans people? Sure. I'm chill with anybody. I'm chill with anybody, regardless of their orientation or gender identity or politics or whatever. It takes a conversation for me to not be chill with a person, usually. A conversation or an action that's, violent towards me or something. Outside of that, I'm cool with anybody. I'd have a beer with anybody. I'd sit down over a beer and have a conversation with anybody in the fucking world, regardless of politics, regardless of their past history. I don't give a shit. I don't got a problem with a person until that person gives me a problem. You see what I'm saying? I try and do that. I try and live by those rules. Why do I hate cell phones so much? Because I can see how much of my life that they've stolen away. That's why. I was born at a time before cell phones were, well, I guess they existed in the 80s, but they were very, very rare for people to actually have and use. And I see how my life has changed, not only just because I've aged, but in terms of how I fill my time, how I combat boredom. It's one of those things that if I had some GTA style life stats on, the amount of minutes I've spent blankly staring at my phone would probably be one of the saddest statistics about my life. And I don't even really spend as much time on my phone as somebody like Ashley, for example, or TJ. Those two are probably the people I know in my personal life that spend the most time with their face tucked into a phone. That's why I don't like them, because I know for a fact that they've stolen a significant portion of my life. And I know I'm also probably on the lower end of cell phone users in terms of the time that I spend with my face tucked into it. So, people, your average person out there is giving away a profound amount of their life to this device that's in their pocket. My dad's older than you, and all he does is talk about Ted Bundy on Facebook. You'd think he wouldn't like them. What? Get out of here. Makes no sense. Did you type that out and read it? And go yep, send? Or did you just roll your face on your fucking keyboard? It almost read like one of those predictive sentences where you just hit the predictive thing. So much of what I read here is just gibberish nonsense. And it really, it lights up that fucking part of me that wants to lecture you guys about how communication is dead and conversation is dead. So much of the shit that I read, a whole paragraph's worth of nonsensical fucking broken sentences and incomplete sentences without punctuation, and it's just man, I don't even know how to fucking interpret half of what I read here. It's half of what I read is written in English words, but it's not fucking structured in English sentences, so I can't interpret half of what the gibberish that gets thrown at me here is. Critical thinking is not being taught enough in schools. Would you reinstate philosophy and critical thinking in schools if you had the opportunity? I mean, sure, why not? When I said basically the boredom episode, I meant DFF. I don't find you boring. Please unban IDM. Okay, fine, fair enough. I'll go unban you later. Can't do it from here, though. No can do from here, boy. How's your what the fuck happened to Alien? It's coming along. We storyboarded yesterday. Or not yesterday, day before yesterday. So we'll be shooting probably sometime later this week. Have you ever had to deal with a loved one going through the stages of memory loss? Yeah. My grandmother had breast cancer that metastasized to her lungs, and from there to her lymph nodes, and from there to her brain. So in the final months of her life, she'd been in and out of the hospital. My grandfather had killed himself only about a year earlier. And my dad had told my sister and I that it was probably a bad idea for us to go and visit her, and wouldn't really give us information as to why. But she and I got together and decided, fuck that, we want to go see our grandma. And so we went over to the house, and she answered the door, and she just looked awful. Like, she was balding from the chemo. She looked like she weighed about 90 pounds. And she looked right at me and called me Sydney. And the whole time I was there, she addressed me as Sydney, who is a cousin of mine that's around my age, who looks nothing like me. She didn't know who my sister was either, and that was the last time I saw her. I could see why my dad had told me that visiting her might be a bad idea, but I'm kind of glad that I got to say goodbye to her at least. But yeah, that's a tough thing to face. Seeing somebody who was at one time very, very intelligent, very, very smart and lucid, reduced to a person that doesn't even know who she's talking to. Tell those bugs to shut up. I got no control over the cicadas, homie. Brain injury and illnesses is scary, yeah. Must be really scary for the person experiencing it, to not really know who and what and where you are and who you're talking to half the time. You still dropping your vape, or have you learned to lay it on the soft side of it? I mean, sometimes it falls over, but for the most part, it's okay. My grandma got Alzheimer's as I was transitioning male to female and thought I was two separate people. That must have been tough. That must have been tough. That's kind of a fear I have about getting old. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the things that, like, even if I start exercising and eating right, stop doing the things that are bad for me, there's a good chance that the damage that I've done to my body will take a few years off my life. So I guess there's a... Whoa. Nice. The alarm. The alarm goes off. It's too hot. I gotta go inside. Let's go. I'm taking you inside. Let's go. It's too hot. It's sweaty. Hey, Dinor. Oh my god, dude, that's an angle. Hey guys, it's me. It's Paul's Ego. Back again for another Highdeology episode. How are y'all doing today? I'm doing just peachy keen. Thanks for asking. You look like a tomato. Like a tomato. Fuck you. How to deal with sharing a workplace with my ex. Quit your job and find another one. With my ex. Quit your job and find another one. That sounds like fucking goddamn torture to me, man. I'd quit that job day one. I don't even care if it caused me to lose my house, my livelihood, and I ended up living under a fucking bridge somewhere. I would rather live under a bridge drinking fucking box wine than work at a place with my ex. and see them every day and have to deal with them professionally. Ugh. Quit that job, homie. Get it out of here. Guess since I'm in here, I could unban that guy that I banned earlier in a salty outburst. Guess I've got to like look here. I don't know exactly where that's found. Community settings, maybe. Yeah, there it is. Hidden users. Now I gotta find fucking IDM. Can I go boom? Can I go? Yeah, let's see if this works. IDM. Here he is. Boom. I think that was him. Let's double check. I might have just Nope, that was him. All right, you're unbanned, IDM. Let me save that. Sorry for the salty outburst. Misconstrued what you were saying. It happens sometimes, but hey, I always correct it when it happens. Unban you too? No. Super chat. I'm paranoid and have zero trust with anyone, even my girlfriend. After someone hurts you this way, how could I look past what has happened to me to get out of bed and face the day when all I feel is hopelessness? Well, thank you for the $20. Sorry that you feel hopeless, and I'm even more sorry that I can't give you an answer to that question. Trust is a fickle thing, and I could sit here and tell you that you need to, like, I could give you some shit advice. I don't, not really shit advice, it's just generic advice. So here it is. You need to treat every human being like they're their own separate person. Even if you see similarities between those people, and even if there are similarities between those people, you need to give those people the benefit of the doubt in revealing those similarities to you. Trust is a two-way street, so you got to give what you want to get, and it's up to you to curate the people in your life. If you find somebody is untrustworthy or is playing fast and loose with your feelings or your heart or your reputation or whatever the fuck, then it's up to you to protect yourself from that. But you're not protecting yourself from that by shutting yourself out. You're actually robbing yourself of human experience. Trusting people is a fundamental part of being a human being, and you need to learn how to do it. You can't judge every book by the cover of your exes, you know? There are some people out there that are trustworthy. You just got to find them. That's all. I've justified having kids by being in a STEM field. Well, kudos to you for your shitty justification. If you don't trust a partner, that's a sign the relationship will not end well. Trust, look, trust is not something that you just give. You start dating somebody, you don't trust them immediately. Trust is earned. And if a person has shown a pattern of being distrustful or untrustworthy, then you shouldn't be in a relationship with them anyway. I mean, I understand that human beings are fallible. So when my trust is betrayed, it depends on the level. But, you know, if there's a pattern of constant trust betrayal, then I'm out. I'm done. Yeah, dude. I've got everything closed here. Like I don't have any browsers open, but I'm telling you, just these screens, just these being here. 1, 2 of them, 3 of them. Just these being here is, I can't tell you how distracting it is. I can't tell you. Just looking at the icons and going, oh, I could double click that. It's easy to get caught in a fucking little fantasy loop. I don't understand, man. Does Ashley fart? Yes. Yeah, Ogre Magi, dude. My favorite Dota character. Turn them off? Guess I could, huh? Maybe these that are right in my eye line or something could go off. This one doesn't turn off. That one doesn't turn off. Does this one turn off? Like, it's got a power button on it. Here, I'll show you guys even. Like, so you know I'm not a total fucking retard. Here we go. So I'm trying to turn this one off here. See it? You can see there's a little power button right there. Here's my thumb. Let's go press it. Oh, okay. It just needed to be pressed 15 different times. Okay, that'll probably help. There's one down. Huh? You? All right, well, at least put your computer to sleep mode. Yeah, that's probably a good point. Let's do that. Turn this one back on and sleep mode the computer. How much is your default trust level for people in the chat? I don't trust any of you people, nor should I. What reason have any of you given to trust me? I'd say none. I would say none. Can we go sleep? Yeah. Distraction finished. Although just sitting at the computer here is distracting. Paul, my job keeps getting worse and my interviews keep getting postponed. What do? I don't know. Keep trying. Ashley's in the chat sometimes. Do you not trust her? Not when she's in the chat. As a Patreon member, I trust you will put out that sweet, sweet content. Hey, there you go. I trust you, Paul. You say drink the Kool-Aid. I say I'll get the poison. Hey, that's a good cult. That's a good cult member there. That's one of the true believers that'll walk into the forest with me one day when I decide that it's time. Walk into the forest to create the new society that will survive after this one rots from the inside, you know. Being in a cult would be fun. I've often thought the same thing. I've always been really, really fascinated by cultists and cults and the mindset of people that are in them and how good it must feel to feel like you know the truth. You know some secret truth that other people don't know. What would your cult name be? The Children of Salt. Jim Jones' cult was so interesting. I totally agree. I mean, you can see the desire in the people that followed Jim Jones to make a genuine change and to make something genuinely good in this world. And that's really what Jonestown was about. It was about going to a place that was free of all this technological distraction, all of the TV and all of the bullshit that we get pumped into us, and to create something out in a wilderness that was self-sustaining, to show people that there was a different way of living. These were the kinds of sentiments that were behind Jonestown and the people that went to it. And it all fell apart because of the intentions of the person that created it, the intentions of the person that was running it. But Jonestown was, outside of the way that it ended, a really beautiful experiment in society. And I definitely can understand why so many people went. There's a part of me that if somebody were to offer me that opportunity, the opportunity to go and do things differently, to live a life that was different, away from the trappings of modern society, I'd do it. I'd do it, And I know that there are options for that out there in the world. There are, communes and less culty options for people to go and live off the grid communally. But can you bring a smartphone? Absolutely not. Anybody that brings a smartphone will be murdered and butchered for meat for the rest of us. Murdered and butchered for meat. You heard that right. Murdered and butchered for meat. And leather, yes, and leather. And hair for rope as well. You sneak a smartphone in and get caught with it, you're not just going to get eaten. Yes, you will be skinned and salted alive. Skinned and salted alive. It's over for you. And the children of salt, would it just be fatties sitting around eating salty food? Oh no. Well, you guys would be up to a lot more than that. Yeah, you guys would be up to a whole lot, a whopping amount more than that. My sexual gratification needs alone would take most of you all day to fulfill. So you'll be, trust me, you'll be busy. You'll have your hands and mouths and asses and vaginas full. Would the children of salt do battle with the Lord of the Tism, the lords of the Tism? No, we will do battle with no man. We're a pacifistic sect. You get bored with sex sooner than you think? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I haven't gotten bored with it yet, so. It's still new and fresh to me. Our TVs and PCs? No, dude, this is a low technology cult. A low technology cult. Pacifist, but they murder smartphone users. Cool. Thoughts on IKEA, Paul? Oh my God, get out of here, kid. The memes are no longer dank. You're banned for fucking ever. Don't come back here asking to be unbanned either. I didn't misrepresent your fucking stupid comment. Hide him. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Are there telegrams there? Nope. No contact with the outside world whatsoever. The outside world is sinful distraction. Okay? We children of the salt, the only thing that we allow to distract us is the semen of the holy salt Lord. You know? Have I done enough to extract semen from the holy salt Lord today? That should be the first and foremost concern on the mind of a child of salt. What if one of the children wanted to leave? You got to fuck your way out. I don't want to keep anybody against their will, but you've got to demonstrate that you have the ability to go back into the world and provide pleasure to another human being. And in order to do that, you've got to fuck my brains out until I let you go. Yep. You've got to juice me like a fucking apple. You know what I mean? Bach Daemon of the Ferengi. Oh. Do you sacrifice virgins there? No. We make non-virgins of them. Why would we sacrifice a non-virgin? Bet someone here has the disease, though. Oh, yeah. Well, there'll be full examinations before we walk into the woods. And really, I'll be the only vector for that disease. I don't know. None of you will be fucking each other. That's strictly forbidden. I'm the only one that gets fucked. Yeah, I'll make sure nobody's got the drip, you know. And if nobody's got the drip going in, then nobody can catch it because we're a homogenous group. Oh boy, going to interview. See you later. Well, good luck, buddy. Hope you get a good job. Thoughts on pools, Paul? Genuinely curious. Wow, another easy McPeasy fucking timeout. 300 seconds to fast forward your meme brain 3 years. 3 year dead memes are insta bans from here on out. That's a new proclamation I'm making here on fucking Highdeology. Anybody posting a fucking 3-year-old meme is gone. If it was a funny meme 3 years ago and you posted in my chat, you're getting fuck canned. Quick as I can tap you. As quick as I can tap you, you're gone. See this kid right here? Boom. 300 seconds to think about your shit. Pepe, get it out of here. Over 9,000? That's like a 20-year-old meme. Get out of here. We're pruning it. Pruning the tree. Which job outside of YouTube or entertainment did you enjoy the most? I'd say Starbucks probably was my favorite job. I just felt like I was good at the job. I felt like I had a good grasp on what was required of me at the job, and I felt like I had some friends at the job that were fun to go and chill with. And all of that for me is really all you can ask of a good job, you know. The people that I work with, Starbucks pays fairly well. Yeah, not bad. Whistle, whistle. What's the exact oldest meme we can post? I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you. All you can do is post the meme and see if it gets you a ban. I mean, if you think a meme is too old, you might want to just keep it under your hat. Nice, I'm a flagger at the moment. The money is good, but the people are shady. A flagger? A false flagger? I'd like to think, I would think kind of people they work and are patrons of a place like Starbucks would be in, oh my God, that sentence was a fucking train wreck. I don't even know where to begin or end with that one, my friend. Once again, yet another fucking paragraph worth of punctuationless, run-on, incomplete sentence, fucking unreadable garbage. How do you get a fucking idea across to anybody in this world? How does it ever happen? When you walk in to a business and they're like, hey, welcome to Quiznos. What can I get for you? And you're like, sandwich chunky masturbate. They're like, you want a sandwich? Blue suede blueberries. It's like, do you speak English, sir? Jensen pop floobity barb. It's like, oh, Jesus. And then when you call them out on it, they're like, sorry, on my phone. It's like, maybe I'm fucked up here, but I use a phone too. And when I send a text, I always read it to make sure it makes sense before I hit the send button. So on the phone, just like in real life, when you write something that's nonsensical and read it back to yourself, you can tell. You see? You can read the nonsense that you've tried to put out there and stop yourself from putting it out there. So that's not an excuse. Oh, sorry, I'm an incomprehensible moron. I'm on my phone. Sorry, doesn't fucking fly where I'm from. Doesn't fucking fly where I'm from, dude. because we have a word limit. Oh man, another one. It's because we have a word limit, so much so when you want to type a lot, sometimes you have to make shortcuts, pal. Another one, dude. And this is the dude that got unbanned earlier. This is a dude that got shit canned and unbanned. I brought him back here to type gibberish. Sorry, I'm on my phone. Oh, that was the joke. Okay. Well, it's hard to read jokes on the internet. Jokes, you know, don't fly via text. Holy shit. Paul, what is the job you speak of when you bring up having to go to meetings all the time? The last job that I had when I worked for the school district, there were multiple hour-plus meetings a week, and it was a nightmare. A nightmare. A nightmare. I can't even tell you what a nightmare it was. I can't tell you, like boredom, like all of you think you know boredom. You don't know boredom. I know boredom. Stared into the eyes of true boredom. True boredom is working a boring job that requires boring meetings about the boringness of the job. There's only one thing worse than doing a job that's inherently boring, and that's meeting about doing the job that's inherently boring. That's you don't want to go down that road. Is boredom worse than physical pain? Depends on the physical pain, I guess. The character limit isn't even that small. It's longer than a classic tweet. Wow, a sentence. And a readable one, too. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and end this now. Thanks, guys, for chilling. I'll see you next time, yeah? See you tonight, DFF fans. We'll be live tonight. Have a good one.